Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle something that can totally change the way you learn and think. Yep, we are diving deep into the awesome skill of note-making.
Does this sound familiar? You have all these ideas swirling around in your head, but you just can't seem to get them out in the right order. It happens to all of us, right? We're just flooded with information all the time, and trying to organize our thoughts can feel, well, impossible. So, that feeling of being completely overwhelmed, like you're drowning in information, that's exactly what we're here to fix today. Our brains are amazing, but they're not really designed to just memorize huge chunks of information word for word. It's just not how we work. We need a system, a way to filter out all the noise and just capture what's really important. Okay, so let's get into it. The answer isn't about trying to cram more stuff into your head. It's about working smarter. And that's where this amazing skill called note-making comes in. Think of it like your personal life raft. So what is note-making? Really? Well, it's not just about writing stuff down as you hear it. No way. It's an active thing. It means you're really thinking about what you're reading or hearing, pulling out the main ideas and organizing them in a way that clicks for you. All right, enough talk. Let's see how this actually works. We're going to walk through the whole thing together step by step. We'll take an example about a pretty interesting bird and turn a big wall of text into clear, simple notes. The most important thing here is to have a method, a plan. So let me show you a really simple 4-step process you can use for pretty much anything. So we're going to go through each of these steps one by one. Read and underline, ask questions, draft your points, and then structure everything. You'll see exactly how a big chunk of writing gets broken down into really useful notes. Okay, step 1. First, you just read through the text to get a feel for it. Then you go back with a pen or a highlighter and underline what jumps out at you as being important. We're basically treasure hunting for the key facts here and ignoring all the extra words. All right, now that you've got your key bits underlined, we move on to step 2. And you start with the biggest, simplest question of all. What is this whole thing about? In our case, the answer is easy, right? It's about pheasants. That's our main topic. Next up, we start asking more specific questions based on what we underlined. Like, where are these birds found? The text says, Asia. Where did they come from originally? The Himalayas. See what's happening? You're not just reading anymore. You're basically becoming a detective. And you just keep going like that. How many different kinds are there? 51. What's the most famous one? The peacock. India's national bird. Every question you ask pulls out another important piece of the puzzle. Now for step 3. This is where we take all those answers and jot them down as short points. And notice, these are not full sentences. We just write origin in the Himalayas. That's it. This is all about being quick and to the point. And finally, step 4 is all about organizing those points. You just structure them and number them so it all makes sense. Now, I know this might seem like a lot of steps at first, but trust me, once you get the hang of it, you'll be doing steps 2 and 3 in your head without even thinking about it. Okay, so we've got the process down. But to make your notes really, really good, there are a few simple rules you should try to follow. These are what make them actually work for you. This is the good stuff. Keep your notes short, use phrases instead of long sentences, and break things up logically. Oh, and use all the abbreviations and symbols you want. And don't worry about small words like or the. Leaving them out makes everything cleaner and keeps you focused on the main ideas. And when it comes to organizing, here are 2 really great ways to do it. You can use the indenting system, which you've probably seen before, or the decimal system. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. The whole point is to clearly show what the main idea is and what the smaller details are, all in one look. But here's the most important rule of all. Your notes have to make sense to you later on. I mean, if you read them a week from now and they're just confusing, then what was the point, right? They're useless. So always make sure they're clear. So let's zoom out for a second. We've talked about the how, but what about the why? Why is this skill so important? Why should you even bother getting good at it? Well, because this is about so much more than just passing exams. It's a tool that helps you actually understand things. You can use it in meetings, when you're learning a new hobby, anything. It's really a skill for life. And you know what? Every single time you make notes, you're doing something amazing for your brain. You're training it to be more organized, to spot what's important, and to find the clear message in all the noise out there. It's like a workout for your mind. Think about it like this. Your brain is like a giant library, and you're taking in new information all the time. Note-making is what turns you into the librarian. It lets you organize all those books, put them on the right shelves, and find them easily whenever you need them. So the real question is, how are you going to organize your library?